An unexpected result and a much improved performance in terms of work rate and tactical organisation. But how did Carrick achieve a performance miles away from any other this season? Let's go to the whiteboard. United lined up in a 4-3-3 formation and retained this both with and without the ball, unlike against Villarreal where they dropped back into a 4-4-2 without the ball. United played a 4-3-3 out of possession for two tactical reasons. The first reason was for United's front three to match up man for man on Chelsea's back three to facilitate United's pressing game. This forced Chelsea to filter the ball out to the flanks, where United with their full-back and outside midfield player were able to box Chelsea in, and United had some success in winning the ball back. Going to screenshots of the game, Fernandes pressing Silva forces a sideways pass to Rudiger. Sancho's pressure on Rudiger forces a pass out to Alonso. Wan-Bissaka shuts Alonso down, forcing a ball in field to Jorginho, who is being tracked by Fernandes on his blind side. The pressure from Fernandes on Jorginho forces the turnover. When United weren't pressing, the front three played narrow to cut off Chelsea's passing angles into midfield from the back three. Fernandes had a particularly important job as he was shadow marking Jorginho, but if Fernandes did press, or if the passing angle changed, Sancho was tucking in on Jorginho, ensuring he was always tied up. This made it difficult for Chelsea to get the ball to him to dictate play. Going to screenshots of the game, we can see Fernandes shadow marking Jorginho, but when Chelsea changed the passing angle to take Fernandes out of the equation, Sancho tucked in on Jorginho to keep him tied up. The second tactical reason for the 4-3-3 formation was to ensure United's outside midfielders were able to help the fullbacks deal with Chelsea's wingbacks. Chelsea are very good at positioning front players in the half space, which pulls the fullbacks in and opens up the flank for the wingbacks. However, the outside midfield players for United would drop into the half space with the Chelsea forward, which allowed the fullbacks to hold their position to take the wing back. This denied Chelsea's wingbacks the space they are accustomed to and struggled to make an impact on the game. Going to screenshots of the game, this is an example of when Chelsea were able to open up the flanks. The position of Ziyech has pulled Telles in field, opening up the flank for James, and Thiago switches the ball out to him, but that was only one of a few occasions Chelsea were able to achieve this. For the most part, Chelsea were faced with this, McTominay on this occasion covering the half space with Hudson-Odoi, enabling Wan-Bissaka to confront Alonso. There were a couple of negatives from the game, the first being a lot has been made of United's press, and although it was good at times, there were other times where the organisation wasn't there, and Chelsea were able to get on the outside of United's forward press line. Going to screenshots of the game, because Rashford decided to press Mendy, Fernandes and Sancho had to come across one man, leaving Rudiger free, who broke up the field. The second issue was the hold-up and link-up play of United's front line was shocking, and was the main reason why we couldn't keep the ball in the first half. Time and time again, they failed to get hold of the ball and were easily dispossessed, or were playing sloppy passes, putting us back under pressure. The Devils' verdict is, with Rangnick now coming in, this is a much better performance to be taken over from. The United players showed signs of setting a standard of work rate and tactical discipline that is required, and the job doesn't look as huge as it did after the Watford game. However, we played a Chelsea team missing half of their outfield side, and the United players would have been driven by what would have happened if they didn't turn up. So is this a flash in the pan, or the start of an upturn? Let me know in the comments your thoughts on the game. Thank you for watching, and please like, subscribe and share, and I'll see you in the next video.